Makeup's not coming today.
Hair's already been here.
What? Hair's and gone. I'm here. Hello. How's everybody doing? Um, just some time to spend with you, and maybe get to share some. My dear friend has some questions, and we're going to just talk a little bit about them, and perhaps we'll wind up talking to each other through this venue. But let's get it rolling and let's do it, okay? All right. And before we go, I love you, and I haven't seen you in a while. And the more I do this, just the more real it gets. You know, when I'm thinking about you all and I'm saying I love you, and then it translates into people walking down the street. So I love you, all of you. Okay. It's a gift. It's a duty, and it's a natural thing that that I am to express to you, perhaps some ideas that remind you of who you are, the best of who you are, and in the process, you also find out the worst of who you are, in dropping things, letting things go, and replacing them with higher things and higher thoughts. And music is the quickest way to the soul. It has a thing to it that you get a piece that just rules you, and if I can do that and move your body, then I can get your attention. Then I can pass on the information that comes through me. That's what this is. I said to my grandmother, with glee and excitement, I said, then I found God. I found God. And she said to me, and she's pretty profound, because she like an old person, she knew how to say what she needed to say, but she said, this is no joke. And she meant living in life in the presence of God is not a joke. It's not something that you do on Sunday. It's a way of life. It's who you are. It's as real as it's going to get. And everything is based on that, your relationship with the one and one, the all in all, or the air, or however you want to use it. But it's not a game. It's not a game. It's not something you can use like a token. It's not that. That's what Nana said. Dream time. Manifest the intangibles. What does that mean? I'm not crazy, but I'm pretty much crazy. Good crazy. Crazy for me. Inside, there's things that I dream of, and I manifest it by the grace of God. What I visualize to happen, it's a dream. It's in another space, and to take that and bring it into the reality, that's manifesting the intangibles. Like love is an intangible, but you can manifest it. What you talk about, Willis? Remember that? Remember that? I used to always say that. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's fun. It's fun, you know. Sticking with yourself, sticking with your constitution, your dream time, your love, and then manifest it into the world. I see the world shining. I see every child in love and in peace. I see everyone working out their knots, manifesting the higher, comfortable, peaceful, strong you. Manifest those, you dream them first, and then you make them into now. Yeah, that's that on that. Well, you know how it's not being. First, we have to realize that our heart is broken. You know, things are not right on the ranch. You know, and to deny that or pass it off it just prolongs it. You know, to have the courage, and I must specify. I'm talking about spiritual courage, to have the inner courage to realize where we are in this wonderful world, and how do we relate to it? How do we move to it? And what influences us and what we influence. Yeah, I think that's that. Did I answer that question? Was that good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What'd I say? All right, just checking. All right, what else, y'all? It's it's a photo of me leaving home to go on tour, and I see Deborah and my two daughters, Abby and Isla, in the road, and they're waving. And I can guarantee you, it's about 500 feet away. I'm crying, and we all cry. We do that It happened every time, but it was an act of commitment to what God had said I should do. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm sure there's something inside that you know that you have to do. But that is, you know, not throw eggs in somebody's house, but there's some things that you have to do because that's your soul dictates it, and you're comfortable when you're in it, in that space, and the sacrifices that you make. You know, I left my family so many years being on tour, coming to be of service, because you're my family, right? And if I believe these to be true, then I must move through it. And it is lonely. It got lonely, and it got very precarious with relationships and all. But we stuck to it because my family supported me in what I'm doing. So it wasn't always peaches and cream. It was like, I got to go for 3 months. I'll be back, and I'll write you. I'll say prayers. I'll come visit you in the house every night, which I used to do. Just walk around the house, make sure everybody's okay. Even if I'm in Oklahoma, I make sure I get to Rhode Island every night before I go to bed and check the house. Manifesting the intangibles, you dig? You see how that? But that's what this picture means to me. And I haven't seen this picture. I never seen this picture. But there I go up the road to you. Yep. It's the same, but there's slower movements. The movements are more creamier. You know, the things that of being with another person, the speed is just slower. It still changes, and every 6 months we're changing, just like the seasons. 4 times a year we're changing, subtly, but check it out. It happens in relationships. This is not the time. This is the time. This is Christmas time. My heart's wide open. I'm crying. I don't know why. It's in the air. It's the fabric of our being. So these things don't change. Like with a relationship with two people, if they're in love, they still every so often we're changing, and that the idea is to keep that beam pumping. No matter if these stay in mundane and used to doing the same old thing every night, that spark from there to there, as long that's strong, then everything else just happens because you're in the world. That's what I know. What's it all about? The whole kit and caboodle?
Yeah.
It's about remembrance of who you are. It's about remembrance of who you are, taking a personal responsibility with the life force that was given to you. That's what it's about. And these little things, your yogurt and yogurt, yoga and meditation and whatever you, health-wise, but anything you do, you're fanning and honing that beauty. I think I answered that, but I'm not sure. Did I answer that for you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be like lacking in reply. Lacking in reply. You're that guy. Come on, man, get off me. All right. All right. Oh, oh, you got some doozies. Those are some of my good. Was a lesson that I learned from a couple, the Blacks, Joel Black and Blackford, and Mary Ann. Well, Mary Ann gave me a gift, and I refused it. Well, she said, "Don't stop my good. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop anybody's good. I mean, it's much more than what I'm giving you. It's a whole thing happening. Don't stop my good." And so I think that sometimes you get so closed out that you don't want to, and you go, I can't receive anything. I can't receive love. I can't receive money. I can't receive this. I'm little poor me. Next thing you know, it's just like a life of lack. Open your heart up and people will give you good, and in return, you give it back. It's a magnetic thing. It just happens. You can't stop it from happening. And you go, well, I've never given anybody anything. People give me everything. Have you ever smiled at someone? That's just as much, but don't stop that good. Somebody smiles, they smile back at them, fool. Don't stop their good, All right. Okay. That's what you got? That's what we got. I enjoyed talking with you this day, and I can't tell you how much hope I have for humanity, and how much hope I have for Mother Earth and all the inhabitants. We're just too smart. We are too smart to behave below ourselves. So we have to take the time to come inside, whatever that takes, use tools, manifest the intangibles, pure things in your heart, and keep your mind steady. Your mind always tries to trick you to stay low. Take it high. Take it high. Because all of this, me talking to you, you talking to me, it's all about elevation. It's about rising up this whole space. So you see it. You see it in our eyes and you see it in our face. It's a human thing. It's a human thing. Okay.